Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 12th episode of the 7th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, this is available for in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode was a Christmas episode. It was pretty fun, to be honest. We had Sheldon visiting home. His sister was having a baby, so he's now Uncle Sheldon. And the rest of the gang was sitting down, reminiscing about times and how Sheldon brought everybody together. And obviously we were talking about, it's not just Sheldon, it was Leonard as well. Friendships have stemmed from other people, but it did bring in a different type of episode. We've kind of had one before where it was a flashback to how Sheldon obviously met Leonard, and that was really interesting, and it's actually a good episode. And then last episode, obviously in 11, we had it where I wonder how our lives would be if Sheldon wasn't in it, and it was just different scenes, different realities. People was fatter, people was working different jobs, you know what I mean. Penny was dating Stuart. It was really interesting, it was fun, and to be honest, if we don't overdo it the way we've not actually done it before, they've been pretty good. And I wouldn't mind if we progress towards the end of the show, if we dipped in maybe one or two more of these different types of episodes, because when it's done good, it's done well, and it's really fun, and I did enjoy the last one. So if you do enjoy today's episode, please smash like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into the 12th episode of the 7th season of The Big Bang Theory. That's reality now, isn't it?
It's nice that we all get to eat together.
Absolutely.
Can we maybe put the phones down and have an actual human conversation?
Guys, you're never gonna believe this.
What happened?
I just got a part on a TV show.
The show.
NCII or, NCSTD. I don't know. It's the one with all the letters, and I'm gonna be on it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I play a customer in a diner, and I flirt with Mark Harmon.
It's just flirting.
Well, yeah, why?
No reason. I just think it's sexier when things are left to the imagination.
He's wrong.
Isn't it?
So I read a study that says a man with a dog is 3 times more likely to get a woman's phone number.
Desperate to meet women and like having food eaten out of your mouth. I can set you up with my mom.
That's just unhygienic.
It's a joke.
I don't think so. A joke is a brief oral narrative with a climactic humorous twist. But Wallowitz's mother is so fat that she decided to go on a diet or exercise or both.
Hey guys, don't forget my episode's on TV tomorrow night.
We'll be there.
Can we bring anything?
Oh, that's so sweet of you, but I was gonna steal food from here. My treat.
Leonard, do you think I'm funny?
No. You?
I think I'm hysterical.
I take it back. That was funny.
The philosopher Henri Bergson says it's funny when a human being behaves like an object. Oh, he didn't perform stand-up comedy. He was a philosopher. Perhaps I'll spend some time developing a unified theory of comedy, which will allow me to elicit laughter from anyone at any time. Unless they're German, because that's a tough crowd.
Do you know what, right? I was just thinking there. They were sat on the phones, wasn't they? They was all sat down having dinner on the phones. Only Amy was the person that didn't have it. And it makes you, like, when you look at it like that, that is how the world technically is. And, your phone actually tells you your screen time. Should I check my... So, it's Friday today, so obviously, for me anyway, so pretty much gives a solid indication of how long you like, use your phone in a week, to me anyway, personally. So, apparently, across this week, I've averaged a screen time of 3 hours and 16 a day. But 20 minutes of that is on YouTube. So, that's not bad. And 42 minutes I average a day on text messages, 22 on Instagram, and 16 in mail. I must be doing work. I wouldn't say that's like hardcore. I don't know what you would say. I don't really use any much other social media. If you look at it, I don't really go on Facebook. Twitter's usually the one that's right up there. It's usually Twitter that plays that has the most. I like reading stuff and I like football, so I'm always reading the news, and especially on the weekends as well. It'll probably change because that's when stuff's going on. But I don't really use my phone a lot, and I've always thought in my head that I'd be interested to see if I could just live without launching the iPhone away and just getting a crappy old like burner phone and just maybe texting when people contact, and don't really use it for anything else, even Safari or anything. Do you know what I mean? I don't really search out. I'll just use it for YouTube when walking a dog. You know what I mean? I walk the dog in the morning and at the night. I like to listen to stuff and watch things, but apart from that, do you know what I mean? Most of it is just text, and that's it.
Right.
Raj, when you said you were gonna bring a date to watch Penny's thing tonight, I didn't think you meant Stuart.
Almost met someone last night, but I blew it. I was walking Cinnamon and this girl introduced herself, but she was so cute, I panicked and said, wouldn't it be easier if instead of talking, we could just sniff each other's butts?
If you're so intimidated by talking to attractive girls, maybe you should practice by talking to regular people. Go to the mall. Talk to anybody. Practice. That way when you eventually do talk to a cute girl, it won't be so scary.
So proud of you.
I haven't even gotten to my scene yet.
I know, but you're gonna be a TV star and you haven't left me yet. That takes guts.
I've never seen this show before, and now I'm starting with episode 246.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make peace.
We're good?
Good.
Are you kidding me?
Did they cut it?
Well, the diner scene. Where's my diner scene? They must have cut it. I thought I did a really good job.
The thing is, right, it's not her fault at all, but it's kind of embarrassing, isn't it? Everybody coming over and it not there.
Let's tickle some ribs.
Yeah, it's not her fault.
Dad, I don't think they cut me out of the show because I was too pretty. I don't need you to come out and kick Mark Harmon's ass. This is such a disaster. My parents had all my relatives over. They got one of those 6-foot sandwiches and got my brother a day pass out of rehab, and now he's missing and the sandwich is missing. And it was supposed to be my break, okay? People were gonna see me in this show and it was gonna lead to bigger things. More auditions, more parts, and none of that's gonna happen.
Honey, you only had like 3 lines. That wasn't gonna happen anyway.
What did you mean?
I don't, you know, words don't always have to mean things.
I think you meant that you don't believe in me.
No. I might not know what I meant, but I know that I didn't mean that.
Do you think I have what it takes to really make it as an actress?
Yes.
So you think I'll be on TV and in movies and win awards?
Honestly, I don't. Look, do I think that you are talented and that you're beautiful? Of course I do. But isn't Los Angeles full of actresses who are just as talented, just as beautiful? You're really good. I truly do. But this is an incredibly hard thing that you're shooting for. Should've let Sheldon come.
I think he said anything bad there. Like, I personally don't, you know, that could be controversial, but he actually praised her. you know, she said, do you think I'm talented and I could be an actor? Yeah, I do. Do you think that I could be an actor that's going to be, like, big, massive, very famous and win awards? Well, no. I think you're good, but you're not great. You know what I mean? Like, that's not bad. Everybody could be, well, I'm lying when I say everybody. But what I'm saying is, people could be actors and have good jobs, but not be the top tier actors. You know, how many movie stars, let's say, for example, Adam Sandler. He's a perfect example. He's so famous. He's got his own company. He has all his friends working for him. He's got big deals with Netflix. Not just Netflix, but just all the movies in the past. Like, you could literally, I could reel off like 10 of his films. Like right now, Happy Gilmore, Click, Billy Madison, Big Daddy. You know what I mean? The Longest Yard. You've got Hotel Transylvania. There's 3 of them. You know, think about what's the one? Grown Ups 1 and 2. Just go with it. You know, I think I've passed 10 already. You know, Leo, kids animated film. You got Murder Mysteries 1 and 2. Mate, the list goes on. He's probably in 20 to 30 massive films. But has he ever gone on to win awards and be the world's greatest actor? No, he hasn't. But has he strived, succeeded, and is he talented? Dead right he has. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all he was saying. It's a hard industry to get at, and I've mentioned it before. Did Morgan Freeman not only become an actor when he was like 50, getting cast in a big role, and look at him now? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're picking a really solid field where there's going to be so many people that look so similar to you, same body type to you, same accent as you, same location and everything. It's all about just getting that big break. It's humiliating for her today because she thought she was going to be on the TV and she wasn't, and that's not her fault. She got a part, she thought she'd done well, it got cut. But I personally don't think Len had done anything wrong. He was honest, and he never said she wasn't good, and he never told her not to do it. He was just saying, look, you know, don't push yourself that hard, because it is so hard that if you don't achieve it, it's not like it's not your fault. In the industry like this, it's kind of in somebody else's hands. You know what I mean? It's like whoever wants to take that lucky break on you, whoever it is, usually it's a friend of a friend. Do you know what I mean? So just keep going and pursuing, and one day you will get something.
Apparently, a key component in some forms of humor is the element of surprise. Congratulations!
Element of surprise.
You scared me. That wasn't funny.
Or maybe you have a stick up your prefrontal cortex.
Humor is a complex neurological. Okay, that's pretty good.
How about her?
No, no pretty girls.
We'll find somebody else.
Kumquat? Ointment?
Sure.
Did you say ointment is more, equal to, or less funny than kumquat?
Well, then how many words are you gonna go through?
All of them.
Can we talk?
Oh, we can, but the part of Penny might get cut.
What you're trying to do is hard, but people do make it, and I really do believe that you could be one of them. At you an audition. The new Star Wars movie.
What? How did you manage that?
There's this thing online. You put yourself on tape and just send it in. Anyone can do it. Wallowitz sent his in 2 days ago.
Should be fuming if he gets it over.
Maybe it is a long shot, but sometimes long shots happen.
Mate, he's trying to do a good thing for her and get her a gig. You can't really be upset,
That
can
lady
you?
in the sweatsuit speed walking.
Ah, she seems friendly and easy to... Never mind, she's gone.
No, this is ridiculous. The next person that walks by, no matter who it is, they're the one.
Where's Sheldon?
He's home trying to use science to determine the basis of humor. Knock, 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 Amy. Knock, 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 Amy. Knock, 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 Amy.
Want it to stop? Sometimes the easiest thing to do is just fake a laugh.
Did you ever do that with me? Well, to tell anyway.
I don't think you would.
Please, I made plenty of girls laugh. Sometimes just by asking them out.
She's actually laughing, probably. Mate, you'd be well and comfortable if you was Howard though, wouldn't you? In the restaurant like that.
Yeah, well, I fake my orgasms.
Defo done. Defo done.
How much for 100 long stem red roses?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
How much for 3?
Look, I know you're just trying to help with your Star Wars thing. I didn't mean to call it idiotic. I feel like everything is falling apart.
Come on, it's okay.
No, it's not okay. Look at me, okay? I took a temp job as a waitress forever ago, and I'm still doing it.
Okay, listen to me. This is just a minor setback.
No, it's not, okay? I've been out here for like 10 years. I have nothing to show for it. Leonard Hofstadter, will you marry me? Did you seriously just say, You don't want to marry me?
That is not what I said.
No, forget it. I take it back. Offers off the table.
Who's in the mood to laugh?
I'm gonna go.
The Penny, don't.
No, I just need to be alone.
So a sandwich, a rabbi, and Yo Mama walk into a bar. I forgot to tell you, the sandwich is promiscuous.
I mean, let's be honest, right? He was correct in... Well, he didn't say no, did it? But, like, he was... You wouldn't say yes in that situation. To be honest, yeah? Would you not chalk this under a similar instance of how he proposed to Penny? Bad timing, not right. You know what I mean? It's not in the moment. And she said no. He said no. He actually said to her as well, look, I will not propose to you anymore. But when we do propose, you propose to me and I want it to be the whole 9 yards. It wasn't the whole 9 yards. It was the whole minus yards. You know what I mean? Probably, would you... What's worse? Getting proposed to drunkenly or getting proposed to during sex? Probably on the same level. You know what I mean? I actually don't even know. So she can't really be mad at him because she said no to him twice. You know what I mean? And he did say when she was to do it for it to be amazing, and it obviously wasn't. She's spiraling a little bit. You can't blame her, but he didn't really say no. She obviously knows that he will. It's just not the right time. Plus, you want a ring, don't you?
How about those guys on that bench over there? They look pathetic. Bet we could talk to them.
It's a mirror.
That's a mirror.
Gonna ask this guy out.
Excuse me? Do you like being a mall security guard?
It's all right.
Okay. Nice talking to you.
Ooh. Penny proposed and I didn't say yes.
Why not? I mean, the relationship is over.
I don't know. Because I'm afraid to know the answer.
I'm sorry.
That's it? Dumb joke or some inappropriate comment?
You're my friend. I'm sorry.
Put a kick me sign on my back.
That wouldn't be funny at all.
Star Wars audition, take 1. Vader is here. Now, on this moon, I felt his presence here.
How many times do I have to tell you to replace the toilet paper when it's empty?
Middle of something.
Right. First of all, acting is like let's go to the first part of the episode. You know what I mean? Let's start in the order that he was presented to us. Everybody was on the phones at the start. Nobody was really paying attention to the now, and everybody's always just like their own secluded, right in there, not engaging with anybody, thinking that it's a great time. I hate it, to be honest, and but that is the reality that you're getting. Now, I understand it in places like if you're on transport, if you're on the bus, if you're waiting, if you're doing things on your own, you know what I mean, then you're having a good time entertaining yourself, videos, reading stories, whatever, you know what I mean. But like when you're in a social group and having company, you shouldn't be sat down on the phone all the time. It's just ignorant, and you know what I mean, you might as well not be there. But let's go to the Penny situation. She's come in, yes, I've got a big break, I've got an acting gig. I thought it was going to be like Joey, where he's pointing to the screen like buzzing, you know what I mean? Because did he not just get a scene where his ass was just in the shower? He didn't even see his face, you know what I mean? He was just like a body double before obviously become Dr. Drake Ramore. And I'm pretty upset for Penny, to be honest, you know what I mean? Like, she was so excited, she's done the hard work, and it must be, because it happens all the time as well. You see actually people who film stuff and don't get put in big movies, scene gets cut, you know what I mean, they film loads of it and then he was only in there for like 10 seconds and it's like pretty devastating. Like, I don't think that actually big companies and franchises like realize that like somebody works so hard like Penny to be in that position and getting that role. It's not about money, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't care at all or talk about the salary or the benefits of the fame and nothing. It was about me being on TV, the whole family being around there, collective together, being proud of that person. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't realise, to them it's just, yeah, it's just another scene. But like, to the person, it could be the only scene they ever have and it could be the best moment of their life, you know what I mean? And that would have been Penny's thing. She hoped it would kickstart, and she's obviously sad and depressed from it. And you know, Leonard's gone in, he's tried to talk to her, he's obviously said something that's kind of upset her, but his intentions I think was absolutely pure, you know what I mean? Like, tried to give her some fair, I wouldn't say criticism, but honesty, while basically saying you're really talented, you're great, and I do believe that you'll be a successful actress, you know what I mean, you will get stars in the show. But then when she asked, do you think I'll win awards, he said, no, I don't actually think you will. That's harsh. But sometimes the harsh truth is what people need. You're a great actress and you will get work, but don't shoot too far into the sky. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to strive for awards, then maybe that's too far. Strive for being talented, to being in a sitcom or a show or being in movies. I think that you're good enough to do that. So I don't blame him for saying that. I understand that it's not what she wanted to hear, but I wouldn't put too much on him for that. But that's on that part. We'll talk about obviously the segment of the whole situation of the proposal in a minute. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So we're back on to Raj being single. At least he's not really lonely, spending time with Stuart, and obviously they're on the lookout for women. Interesting that even though he can now talk to women, he's still struggling to obviously approach them and say the right things. And, you know, I'm glad that we're not going down the whole depressed and lonely line. We're just going down the line of, I really want to get out there and meet somebody. And that is a better version of Raj, you know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed the one early on in the show when he was going out with Howard and he was trying to pick up girls. Remember when he dressed up as, like, the goth people? That was a quite fun episode. And obviously, I wouldn't mind him actually going out and seeking female companionship on a good, on a level where he's, like, enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like going to the bar, going to a club, chilling with Stuart doing it. Not where he's sat at home depressed and sad and thinking that he's going to be lonely all the time. So if we do it that way, I'd be really happy for it. And also, obviously now we're going to the main thing about relationships. And this is the Leonard and Penny one. Now I'll be really disappointed if we ever break them up. Because we teased it and I don't think we need it, to be honest. You know, I think it was last season now at the start of season 6. I actually thought it was going to break up. They played it really bad. Like, in terms of, like, Leonard, because he kind of saved his relationship, I felt, anyway, when he was on the couch. He didn't know it was happening, to be honest. He gave her the puppy dog eyes when it looked like she was going to break him up and they end up sleeping together. And she was just saying to the girls that she didn't really know how the relationship was going, if this and that. And I was just like, mate, I feel like I just don't need that storyline. And I don't need it flirted and all the time. I just don't want it to happen. Not because I'm hardcore in love with their characters. I just don't think that the show needs them to be broken up and then, like, the groups kind of being distant for a bit. I feel like collectively, together as a group, a unit, they're much more fun. And today's episode, she proposed to him while she was drunk. Like, just because he didn't say yeah, why would that mean an end to the relationship? Did the relationship end when he proposed twice? Nearly, but you know, but he didn't. They survived it. So why is it different now if Penny done it? And also, did Leonard not want to be with Penny earlier on in the show when she come into his apartment and she kissed him and snogged him when she was drunk, when she was upset in the party that she was throwing, and he didn't engage in that situation there? He didn't take advantage of her. I'm not saying this is advantage now, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's a similar situation where she's come and offered him something, and when she was drunk, he rejected it. And it's this episode, she's come in and proposed to him, and she's drunk, and he's not accepted it. He didn't reject it, but he didn't accept it. And it's all about timings. This was not the right time to propose. The way doing it in sex is not the right time to propose. And I would be very disappointed if she takes it personal and she takes it as if he don't love her and X, Y, and Z. We'll see it all unfold. Let's not make assumptions and judgments, and we'll see how it plays out. But personally, it was just timing. She was drunk. She was down. She's sad. She's upset. She's spiraling. This ain't the right time for a proposal. You want it to be magical, beautiful, rings, perfect place, and this just wasn't it, was it? So I don't blame him for not saying anything. He should have just said it's not the time. Of course I want to marry you. Of course I love you, but this isn't the proposal you or I both want/deserve. We deserve something so much better, so much more beautiful, magical, friends, family, everybody here, and this is just a spur of the moment spiral thing. So I will marry you when we get proposed in the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? But I personally don't think he's done anything bad, because he didn't reject her and he wants to be with her, and I'll be disappointed if this does lead to a breakup. But the only way to find out is tune in next episode. So if you enjoyed today's, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.